Hi, everyone.
Hey, everybody. I'm Dart.
I'm Lisa.
And here we are again. It's another Monday night.
Welcome to the Dart and Lisa Monday Night Show.
Absolutely. So glad to be with you. And hope everybody's had a great weekend. And
yes,
got someplace cool over the 97-degree days. And
yes, we did get a pool day with some friends, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. Thank God.
Yeah.
And Dart, we wanted to say hi to McKenna.
Yes, hi to our wonderful hall monitor, always keeping us straight, keeping the comments flowing.
Yes, and
putting information out there.
Yes, and McKenna, put your information out there because McKenna's business is tearing it up right now. She does great with the logos, websites. Like, she's just amazing. I sent her a picture and she's like, "Here, just stay on the phone. I'll send this right back to you and see if you like it." So
yeah,
she's amazing.
Yeah, it's not fair. No.
It's not fair.
For those of us that have to struggle with that stuff. So
technologically challenged.
Yeah, well, yes. The graphic stuff. So, but
right. So
everybody needs a McKenna.
Exactly. And so for Dart and I, we believe that in your
life, that life is life is full, or a full life is where you have relationships, your wealth, and your health.
Yes.
Right.
But we also believe in planning for your financial future. We believe it should be fun because once you hit that retirement age, it's like you should be set up. You should be able to have fun and
that's right.
Help put the stressors on us and off of you. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. No, but but just putting a plan in place.
Yes.
And so putting a plan in place doesn't have to be difficult or strenuous or a struggle. That's our job, to make it fun and have fun doing it, and helping you along the way, and just but it's all things financial. So what our clients do, if they have any decision that would affect them financially, they run it by us, because if we don't know the answer, we know experts who do know the answer, and sometimes just a little tweak can make a huge difference in the next 5 to 10 years.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. But tonight we have a special guest on. Her name is Kristen Maurice. We're going to bring her in. She, oh my goodness, I have to tell you all, when I first met Kristen, hi Kristen, I have just never met somebody who absolutely loves Medicare. Like, this woman, she has a passion for it. When she talks about it, like, she lights up. When she talks about other people, she lights up. I'm just like, this gal is amazing. And so I was like, we got to get her on the show. So if y'all have questions about it, like, now's the time to ask. If you want to ask questions about Medicare.
I started farming Medicare out 15 years ago. So we just took it out of our practice. Although we help people and we understand how valuable it is and how important it is, and we help our clients choose, we just do not want to sell it.
No.
Or learn or stay qualified. Oh my God. So kudos to you, Kristen, for going through all the strain and pain. And folks, it is a pain to stay qualified to do this. So
yes. But one thing I love about Kristen as well is she loves older people. She loves listening to their stories. It's a gift. I'm telling you, she has the grace for it, and she's just so precious. And I reach out to her. She just gets on the phone and she'll just chat with them all day long. I love it. But welcome, Kristen, to our show. We do have some questions lined up for you. So if you don't mind.
Anything you want to lead off with, Kristen?
So
she's overwhelmed.
Yeah,
you just overwhelmed her. She doesn't know what to think about you.
That's okay. Okay, so the first question I feel like a lot of people end with: what is the best time to start researching your Medicare options?
Sure. Probably the best time is probably going to be about a year. For most people, you're going to start Medicare when you turn 65. And so most people about 64, it would be when you kind of should start researching your options. Now, if you're going to be retiring after 65. You'll still want to get your Medicare Part A in most cases, but you can get the rest of the things, your supplements, your Medicare Advantage, after your employer health care ends. So you can kind of put that a little further down the road when you're talking about retirement.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's just like mentioning Part A, and then you just start thinking of all the parts, and it gets overwhelming. But I will assure y'all, just ask Kristen. She knows
Right.
these parts.
Yeah.
Go ahead with our next question.
Yeah, absolutely. So go ahead and give us a little bit of education on the difference between a Medicare supplement and a Medicare Advantage plan.
Sure. A Medicare supplement goes along with original Medicare, which would be your Part A, which is going to cover your hospitals and your major things, and your Part B, which is going to cover things like your physician's visits, your normal doctor's visits is going to be under Part B. And so it's going to work with your Part A and B. And then you'll get a Part D plan separately, which is prescription drugs, that will also work with your Medicare supplement. Mm-hmm. Now, the difference between that and your Medicare Advantage plan, your Medicare Advantage is going to roll all the parts of Medicare into one plan. So you'll work with one carrier, and you would work with the major carriers that you normally would have your group plan or things like that. You're going to work with just one carrier, and they're actually going to manage your Medicare rather than the government managing it. And so you're actually kind of doing a favor for the government when you go on your Medicare Advantage plan, but it does make things simpler because you have one card, you have one thing to deal with for your prescriptions, for your doctor's visits, for the hospital, for everything. And depending on who you are, a Medicare supplement or a Medicare.
There we go. We got a little drag there for a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
You said depending who you are. So you broke up. So we didn't.
Sure. Depending on who you are, a Medicare Advantage or a Medicare supplement might be right for you. One or the other is not right for everyone. So that's why it's important to talk with an agent and find out which one's right for you.
Yeah. So I know, for example, like when someone's turning 65, if they decide to retire right then, so, they usually is like they want to catch up on all their travel. So we call it their go-go years, so they're coming in to retire, they're go-go. And then sometimes after 70, they've had enough of this and they come into their slow-go year. So from someone that's traveling a lot, I mean, even not just abroad, but just around the country, going to see the grandkids and so forth. So what's the difference between a Medicare supplement and a Medicare Advantage for someone that's going out of state,
Sure.
3 or 4 times a year?
Sure. A Medicare supplement is actually going to give you a lot more flexibility because you can see any doctor that accepts Medicare. Whereas a Medicare Advantage plan, you're going to have a network like you normally do with, your group plans that you're used to. Whereas you're going to have a much wider option of doctors on a Medicare supplement plan. So I always recommend if you're going to travel a lot, go ahead with a supplement rather than a Medicare Advantage plan.
Yeah. Okay. That's typically been our advice to clients is like, but once you kind of settle in and you're making all the grandkids come to see you and you're not leaving Middle Tennessee, then look at a Medicare Advantage plan.
Right. Or whatever state. Kristen, you're licensed in several states. What are those? Yes.
Sure. I'm licensed in Missouri, Texas, Florida, just recently became licensed in Michigan and Ohio, Arkansas, Mississippi. I think that's most of them.
Yeah, that's a lot. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, okay. So do you charge fees for your services?
No, my services are completely no cost. I get paid by the carriers. And so anytime, even if you don't purchase a plan from me, my services are completely no cost to you.
That is great to know. See, y'all, this is great, valuable information already. If you just learned these few things, this was worth your while to watch the show tonight, right?
Right. So what happens on an annual basis with people who qualify for on Medicare?
Sure. You're going to have an open enrollment period at the end of every year from October 15th to December 7th. And you'll have the option to change a Medicare Advantage plan or a prescription drug plan. And so usually I will reach out to my clients every open enrollment period and find out if they're happy with their plans. If they want to make any changes, then I'll be happy to meet with them. We can look at the new plan options that are available. And, a lot of times people just want to keep what they have, but I will always reach out to you and find out, are you happy with your plan? Are there any changes that need to be made?
Oh, yes, that's a great idea. Great idea. Now, so what kind of experience, like if someone wants to call you, like just giving them a heads up, what is that going to look like?
Sure, I will. I love to get to know my customers. I like to find out, kind of where they are in their life. Are they, have they recently retired? Mainly because we need to find out what kind of an enrollment period that person is in, because there's certain enrollment periods that you can enroll in Medicare. And then also, I just love people. I love to get to know them. But I will do kind of analysis of what I think will be a good option for you. I usually will show people both Medicare supplements and Medicare Advantage plans so that they can kind of see the difference and kind of decide for themselves which is a good fit for them. And as I don't want to make the decision for you, I want you to understand it, and I want you to be able to understand it enough to where you can make a confident decision with everything. And I will make sure that any plan that you're on, your doctors will take, and that any plan you're on, your prescriptions are covered, which are number one priorities, because that can be a very frustrating for people. They'll get on a plan and their doctors doesn't take it, or their prescription drugs aren't covered, or they're really expensive, which we try to keep costs down for everyone.
Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. That's scary. Yeah. An odd question that people will ask is, what's the difference between Medicare and Medicaid?
Sure. People get it confused very, very often. Medicare is going to be for people that are turning 65, or you can also get Medicare if you've been on disability for 24 months or more. So there are people under 65 that are actually on Medicare, and Medicare is a federal program. Now, Medicaid is income-based, and it's usually for pregnant women, for children, and also the elderly. And you can actually be on Medicare and Medicaid at the same time. And there's special plans in the Medicare Advantage realm that are called D-SNP plans that are actually for people that are on Medicare and Medicaid at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yes, good information. Good information. I know it seems simple, but I feel like you're just a wealth of knowledge. So y'all, Kristen's information is in the chat box. So if I'm sure you'll have more questions, but like when you're getting closer, just feel free, reach out to her, or your parents. Your parents are about that age. Reach out to her. You have questions. She's just like this encyclopedia for Medicare here.
Yep.
It's a lot. So if someone feels like, okay, I think I'm not going to retire from my work yet, but I'm 67, or I'm 65, at what point are you saying, okay, you should still probably reach out and start asking the questions, even if they're continuing to work full time?
Sure. You can ask out, or you can reach out at any time, even if, I can't really, get you a plan for a couple of years. You can always call and ask questions and say, hey, how do I enroll in Part A and B? Because a lot of people just don't know what to do because they've never been on Medicare before. And so even if you need help enrolling in Part A and Part B, I am happy to direct you to the right place. And just like Lisa and Dart, if I don't know the answer, a lot of times people ask me about Social Security. Well, I'm going to send you back to Lisa. That's not my realm, it's theirs. So but if I don't know the answer, I will help find the answer. And even if I have to call Medicare myself or call Social Security for you, I will find out the best thing for you.
Yeah. So, another question somebody might have is, what about underwriting and pre-existing conditions and, changing from Medicare Advantage back to a Medicare supplement?
Sure. The Medicare supplement, you're going to have a 6-month window when you first join Medicare to get a Medicare supplement with no underwriting. So they're not going to look at your health conditions, any pre-existing conditions, and they cannot deny you. Now, past that point, a Medicare supplement plan can deny you, and they can take your pre-existing conditions into consideration, and they probably will deny you if you do have any of those. Now, a Medicare Advantage plan, it doesn't matter any of your pre-existing conditions or anything that you have, they will always accept you into a Medicare Advantage plan as long as you're enrolling during a specific enrollment period, like the open enrollment period.
Right. No, that's great information. Great question, Dart. Yeah. Okay, and what else were you going to ask her?
No, that's it. No.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. So, but the follow-up question that if you move to a Medicare Advantage plan and you decide you want to go back to a supplement, you will be subject to underwriting at that time.
You will have a year trial period that you can decide to go back to a supplement. So there is that little window that you have. If you go to Medicare Advantage, you can go back to your Medicare supplement as long as you make that change in the first year after you switch to Medicare Advantage.
Okay, that's good information.
Yeah,
that's good information. Okay, so what else? What would you like to tell the viewers? If you could just, what would you like to say to them?
Or what's your number one
I just
question?
tell people that my number one question is usually, how do I start? What is, that's the main thing. People come to me very scared, and, I've had people crying in my office because they just don't know what to do. And I really like to give people that peace of mind, know they're making the right decision, and that they, because, you have such a short window to make that decision. So.
Right. But you don't have to see people in your office, correct? Like you can handle this completely over the phone.
Absolutely. I have an office you can come to. I can come to your home. We can meet at a coffee shop, or we can do it completely over the phone or over Zoom. So I have lots of different options and how we can handle it. So. Yeah.
It's amazing how many 65-year-olds know how to use Zoom since COVID has happened.
I agree. I really agree.
Yeah.
Or I'll ask somebody ahead of time. Now, do you know how to trying to be considerate? Now, do you know how to use
COVID
Zoom?
changed.
And they're just like, yeah, I got that.
Yeah. Talk to my grandkids all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
It's great.
Exactly.
But speaking of kids, I think one thing that everyone's going to want to know about is your trip. Kristen just took our family to Disney World.
Yes, we had a really great time. I've got 3 young kids, all under 11 and under. And so we just went to Disney World, and we just missed the cutoff for masks. The very last day we didn't have to wear a mask, and the next day they were going to start wearing masks. So we had a really great time, even though it was very hot and wet.
Hot and mud, yes, but at least you could breathe because you didn't have to wear the mask while it was raining. Yes. Yeah. It's awesome. That is awesome. How do you wrap that up? That is great. Yeah, but I feel like everybody wants to get that trip in before the summer, but it's hard, with the kids and the whole mask thing. So,
right.
Kristen, we appreciate you so much. And y'all, if you have any questions, I'm sure there are tons of questions that we didn't ask tonight, but we really just wanted to give y'all just an overview, let you answer, just let you hear some of the surface level things, and just let you see Kristen's face, because she's adorable and you can tell she's just a sweet person and she won't take advantage of you. But yes, thank you so much, Kristen. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much for having me. I enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay, we'll see y'all next week.
All right.
Bye.